Welcome back to TFacts. Today we're witnessing a total villa meltdown as the US bombshells invade the UK All-Stars villa, sparking a massive feud between Scott and Yaman after a steamy game of beer pong goes way too far. Next, we're heading down under, where Gabby McCarthy is causing a stir. The Australian stunner, known for her record-breaking curves, is nearly spilling out of her bikini in some new yacht snaps that have fans losing their minds. Then, a TFacts exclusive. Has Harrison Solomon been fired? The controversial star might have just leaked his own exit from the show by breaking a major social media rule while he was supposed to be in lockdown. We're also checking in on our American favorites. From Elizabeth and Zach to Hannah and Marco, we've got the definitive list of which Love Island USA couples survived the real world and which ones crashed and burned. Messy Mitch is making moves. The Villa legend has officially quit his job as a gas engineer after buying his dream home, and he's revealing why he's desperate to get onto the next season of Big Brother. And finally, sparks are flying for Millie Court, but it's bad news for Curtis. We're breaking down the moment Millie's head turned for a US bombshell, leaving Curtis absolutely devastated and the fans crowning new winners. The Love Island All-Stars villa has been turned completely upside down as the American invasion officially begins. In what can only be described as a masterclass in drama, host Maya Jama dropped the ultimate bombshell. 6 UK Islanders were whisked away to a second villa to meet the US stars, and the results were immediate and explosive. The tension reached a boiling point during a high-stakes game of beer pong designed to test loyalties. Kyra Lizama didn't hold back, setting her sights on Tommy Bradley despite his current friendship couple with Helena Ford. Kyra's bold move, snogging the Islander she thinks needs to switch it up, sent shockwaves through the group. But the real fireworks started when Yaman Sanders took his turn. Tasked with kissing someone he knew he shouldn't, he chose Belle Hassan, who is currently coupled up with Sean Stone. When questioned by Scott Vandersluis about his thoughts on Belle and Sean, Yaman delivered a low blow, suggesting Belle could do better and specifically mentioning she needs someone with more of a man vibe. This comment didn't sit well with Scott, who, despite his own recent fallout with Sean, stepped up to defend his fellow UK Islander. Scott confronted Yaman, making it clear that while they have their differences, the man comment was out of line. The power dynamic shifted even further when the US All-Stars were told they had to decide which 3 girls and 3 boys would stay in Villa USA, with the others being sent back to the main villa immediately. This selection process has put everyone on edge, with Zach Woodworth already raising concerns about Belle's existing connections. The lines have been drawn, and the rivalry between the US and UK stars is just getting started. Gabby McCarthy, the standout star from Love Island Australia's 7th season, is once again the talk of the town after sharing a series of jaw-dropping photos from a luxury yacht party. Gabby, who famously entered the villa boasting that she had the biggest ever boobs in the show's history, a natural 34G, certainly lived up to the hype in her latest social media update. Posing aboard a swanky vessel for a White Fox fashion event, the 21-year-old influencer wore a tiny pink and black polka dot bikini that left very little to the imagination. In one shot, she teased fans with a white lace maxi skirt, but it was the full bikini reveal that truly set pulses racing. Fans couldn't help but notice the visible underboob as Gabby struggled to contain her famous assets in the minuscule top. Accessorizing with a beige cowboy hat and silver hoops, she looked every bit the reality TV royalty. Gabby's time in the villa was marked by her supreme confidence, famously stating that if she wants a guy, she always gets him. While her romantic connection with NFL player Jotham Russell didn't survive the outside world, her impact on the franchise remains undeniable. From her raunchy fruit-themed challenges to her unwavering self-assurance, Gabby continues to prove that she doesn't need a villa to stay in the spotlight. Her latest display of glamour and curves has solidified her status as one of the most memorable bombshells to ever grace the Love Island brand, and her followers are eagerly awaiting her next move. A major scandal is brewing behind the scenes of Love Island All-Stars, as fans suspect that controversial bombshell Harrison Solomon has been dropped from the series before his big entrance. TFacts previously revealed that the 22-year-old was set to make an explosive return to the villa, having already been spotted in Cape Town. However, Harrison may have just sabotaged his own comeback. In a shocking breach of the show's strict no social media rule for contestants in lockdown, Harrison has been active on Instagram, even posting videos of himself reacting to current episodes. He shared a clip of his ex, Helena Ford, flirting with U.S. bombshell Yaman Sanders, mockingly dissecting their conversation about Saison seasoning. Harrison's blatant disregard for the rules suggests that producers may have pulled the plug on his appearance. Sources previously claimed he was on a plane to South Africa to stir up trouble, especially given his history with Helena and his past involvement in a toxic love triangle with Tony Latisse and Lauren Wood. That situation was so intense, it even drew a response from the charity Women's Aid. Harrison's original stint ended when he quit the show to follow Lauren, only for the pair to split months later. Now, by being active online and laughing at the show's current events, Harrison has effectively signaled that he is no longer part of the cast. Whether this was a conscious choice or a forced exit remains to be seen, but the villa has certainly lost one of its most polarizing potential stars. As Love Island USA continues to grow in popularity, fans are looking back at the couples who paved the way and wondering, where are they now? The transition from the tropical villa to the harsh reality of the real world is never easy, and the track record for these bombshells is a mixed bag of fairy tales and heartbreak. Starting back in season 1, Elizabeth Weber and Zach Mirabelli were the golden couple. Their connection was instantaneous, and they walked away with the prize money and plans for a life in Los Angeles. However, the spark eventually fizzled out, and they called it quits just months after the finale. It's a recurring theme in the franchise, but there are notable exceptions. Season 5's Hannah Wright and Marco Donatelli are currently the poster children for Love Island's success, proving that it is possible to find a lasting connection under the glare of the cameras. They continue to go strong, sharing their lives with fans and avoiding the typical post-show pitfalls. Other couples have struggled with the distance and the sudden pressure of fame, leading to amicable splits and the occasional dramatic fallout. As the show prepares for more seasons, the legacy of these early couples serves as both a warning and an inspiration for future Islanders. Whether they are moving in together or moving on to new partners, the Love Island USA alumni remain a source of fascination for the TFacts community, reminding us that finding love is only half the battle. Keeping it is the real challenge. Mitchell Taylor, better known to the world as Messy Mitch, has officially entered a new chapter of his life. The Love Island legend has revealed exclusively to TFacts that he has quit his day job as a gas engineer to focus entirely on his career as a content creator and to support his model girlfriend, Haley Griffin. Mitch explained that he only returned to the 9-to-5 grind to secure a mortgage and buy a house, a goal he has now successfully achieved. Now, he's ready to embrace the freedom of social media full-time. Mitch admitted that the manual labor was taking a toll on him, noting that after 2 years away from the tools, he had forgotten how stressful and dangerous the job could be. His decision to quit was also fueled by his desire to spend more time with Haley, whose busy modeling schedule often kept them apart during the week. Despite his messy reputation, Mitch is incredibly serious about his relationship, calling Haley his endgames and expressing his deep love for her. But don't think he's done with television. Mitch has a new target in his sights, Big Brother. He revealed that he has been manifesting a spot on the iconic reality show, telling his management that it's the one experience he's desperate to have. Having successfully manifested 2 stints on Love Island, Mitch is confident that he can make his Big Brother dreams a reality. For now, he's enjoying his freedom, building his online brand, and preparing for his next big move in the entertainment industry. Millie Court is officially the talk of the villa, but her new romance is causing a world of pain for Curtis Pritchard. In a dramatic turn of events during the All-Stars U.S. invasion, Millie found herself in the second villa, away from the prying eyes of her current partner. It didn't take long for sparks to fly between her and U.S. bombshell Zach Woodworth. The pair were tasked with a steamy kiss during a game of beer pong, but the chemistry was so undeniable that they sought each other out for a second, even more passionate snog once the game ended. Millie, who couldn't stop smiling, admitted she was feeling it, a stark contrast to her recent comments about needing to slow things down with Curtis. Back in the main villa, the news of Millie's wandering eye was delivered to a devastated Curtis by Scott Vandersluis. Scott, who had witnessed the chemistry firsthand before being sent back to the main house, told a rejected Curtis that he was 90% sure Millie would be returning with Zach by her side. Curtis, who has already shed tears this season over his fears of losing Millie, appeared to take the news on the chin, but fans are convinced this is the end of the road for the couple. Social media is already alight with viewers branding Millie and Zach their winners, praising their natural chemistry and fiery connection. As the recoupling looms, it seems almost certain that Millie will follow her heart toward the American newcomer, leaving Curtis to pick up the pieces of another failed villa romance.